Hello, traveler! Welcome, stranger! I got something that might interest ya. It's a sweet as hell 4th gen Pokemon match, so let's go. I got Gilgamesh. He's sending out something with a name that makes me think it's going to be reverse psychology, so I'm going to switch to Starmie, because Starmie doesn't hate having choice items and it can take a psychic anyway, even though it can't do anything if I, am stuck in here and I'm gonna have to switch, but at least it's safe. That was one hell of a sentence. So he does in fact have Trick. I played safe and went for it. I'm gonna play safe again, going to Blissey, mostly just to waste a turn, because I don't really have anything on my team to kill Uxie. I just don't. I have nothing to kill it with, so it really kind of sucks. I kind of just want to see what it's up to, get it paralyzed. That'll just increase my chances of killing it a little bit. And then I wanted to use T-Wave again, obviously, as you saw, but I forgot about Blissey being faster after he got T-Waved. So then he U-turned out, and it's just like, oh, the logic of that was so sound, and I'm so used to Blissey being slower than everything that I just expected it to be slower. I would have had T-Wave on Breloom instead of Poison. God, that would have been huge. That would have been huge. If that was the case, hell, I would have just stayed in there and I wouldn't be able to stay in there and S-Toss because now I am asleep. And I am asleep, so I must switch. I switched to Gilgamesh because he's got a Lumberry, so I figure he's either going to set up a Spore or he's going to set up a Sub. I suppose there's a chance he could have just straight up went with a Focus Punch right off the bat, but not many people do that. Unfortunately, he went for... I guess it really didn't matter which order he did it in. My train of thought was that I would dodge the Spore, and then for some reason, magically after breaking his Sub, I would be faster and I would be able to kill it. So when Spore went first, I was confused for a second, and then I realized, herp derp duh. Like, the hell was I thinking? I don't know what I was thinking. I wasn't thinking. So yeah, that sucked. And now I know this position all too well. Breloom is set up and ready to go. Uxie that I can't kill. I just feel like it's already pretty close to game over. I just feel so much in a hole. This situation is bad. But then I looked around and I saw Tangrowth and I thought, Tangrowth can probably do okay. Maybe I'm not as bad off as I think, but I still don't have any good hope for the future of how this is going to play out for me. So take a Focus Punch. It hurts, but it doesn't hurt too much. I mean, it hurts too much, but you know, it hurts, but it's not too much, but it's still a lot type of deal. But at least now I can scare it away with an HP Ice. However, I'm going to predict that he's going to switch because of said HP Ice and use a Sleep Powder, even though he's got a status, and boom! I got something that's weak to Ice? Lol, what? I don't know. I'm scratching my head a little bit at that one. Makes me think that he's specially bulky, and thus he figured he would take the HP Ice really well. Or maybe he thought it was HP Fire with all the Sizers and crap that run around. That seems perfectly legitimate to me, honestly. So, and under that guy's Zapdos would have been a great play to go to. The Heat Wave me right out of there. So, to me it seems weird because I was using HP Ice, but who knows? So, I thought a lot about the difference going between HP Ice and switching to Starmie to use Ice Beam. Ice Beam's obviously more powerful, but it's more obvious, and this guy's now choiced, so I'd be stuck. And I waste a turn switching to him, so I have no idea. But, I switched anyway. I just did. I really wanted to use Surf at that point, but I figure I don't know how I'm going to kill Zapdos. I don't know how I'm going to kill Uxie. Breloom is a beast, so I figure if I have a chance to kill something, I'm going to take the best move that I can to do it with and force him to make the right switch. But this just straight up looks bad. It just looks bad. Here we go. Here's Tang. A fighting type is going to be my best chance to kill it with. Lovely. U-turn. There you go. That's all I got. That's all I got to kill this Uxie with. And it does, what, 35%? 40%? Tops? So that just sucks. Yeah, that just sucks. It's just, I feel down. Maybe that's just, I like to victimize myself mid-game. I always feel like I'm down. So let me know what you guys think. Because in hindsight, it seems pretty... If I was watching someone else's vid, I would feel like it's equal. Maybe. I don't know. I'm kind of dumb sometimes. Just roll with it. So, turns out he U-turns at the same time as well. I wasn't sure if he would have Psychic or something like that. But it kind of sucks because now I get an Intimidate on a poke that was switching out anyway. It's just like, ugh, why couldn't you have just switched? Like, that would have made everything so much easier if you just switched, you know? That U-turn messed me up by messing up my T-Wave. Whatever. I have a hunch that he's just going to be Scarfed. I can't say why outside of experience. I just have a hunch that he's Scarfed. I just do. So I switch over to Starmie, and threatening with T-Bolt, I predict Breloom to come in. So I'm going to go with Ice Beam, trying to kill it. He switches, and he switches to a Blissey. I'm just like, great. How the hell am I going to kill this thing? Sure, I've got freaking Infernape, but he's Choice Banded. So when he's got Uxie and Gyarados and Zapdos, there's just... and Gengar, for that matter. Like, holy freaking crap. You know, Choice Band is not going to be able to find the time to get through. If it was Life Orb, it could, but not Choice Band. You know, and Machamp is asleep, so it's just like, I can't kill that. I can't kill anything on his team. I don't know what the hell I'm going to do. I go for Stone Edge because of obvious, you know, Gengar or Gira or Zapdos switch in. It still hurts Uxie better than Close Combat would have. Praise the Lord, I hit them both times, and I actually killed it. I killed something. What do you know? If you hit something that can't heal enough times, eventually it dies. Holy freaking crap. So, in comes Gira, even though I just used Stone Edge twice. So now it reinforces to me that I do in fact believe it to be Scarfed. So I'm going to switch again, and I switch over to Tangrowth so that I can start Leech Seeding something or something. Really just taking the move to see what it wants to do, but at least I got some options as well. I like how my stylus kind of magnifies the screen a little bit. Anyway, since I am predicting him to be Scarfed, I'm going to go over to Gyarados of my own and just kind of go from there. Maybe he wants to Dragon Dance, or I don't know. I don't know what the hell he wants to do, just in case he's not Scarfed. But he goes over to Bliss, which was also something that I figured. If he doesn't want to stay into Earthquake and do nothing, he'll end up going to Bliss, and I can set up a substitute on Bliss. But once I physically saw this screen, I was like, you know what? He's just going to go back to Gyarados, and I'm going to set up a sub, and I'm going to be at -1. And that really sucks. Because I was not expecting that to happen. Sub is supposed to block crap like that. So the logic of my moves has been sound. It's just the order of the way the mechanics work just has not been in my favor at all. So at least Sub puts me down to Leechy. So now I'm back to neutral, and I get a Flail off, which I think is just 100 power. Because yeah, I'm looking at 10% would be 34, so 20% would be 70 approximately. No, it'd be 68. 69. I don't know. I don't know if it's at 100 base power or if it's a stage below that even, but it's not pretty. So I get as much damage as I can, and hallelujah! Stone Broadside showing its ugly face again, rearing its ugly head. And so now that I've put off a couple of flails, I expect Gengar to come in, and I'm going to go with the Dragon Dance, and boom! I feel like that was the play of the match for me. It really was. Stuff like that also just gives me this nice, warm, fuzzy, erotic feeling inside. Where it's like, yes, I still know how to play. Like, I still can make good moves. Like, I don't suck. It's just really reassuring. It's a confidence booster. I like stuff like that. Obviously, Waterfall could have been effective. Waterfall would have killed Gyarados, as we see, and it probably would have killed Gengar. So we're in the exact same situation now. It's just, I guess I have +1 speed. So I suppose now I guarantee that I'm going to be faster than Zapdos, so that's kind of cool. So I guess it's still an advantage, but it makes me feel really good. I thought about using Waterfall just to try and get a flinch. Even though it would be weaker than Flail, I expected it to still do a decent chunk. That maybe, look at that magnification there. Decent enough chunk that maybe Waterfall, if flinch plus Flail, could actually take it out. Maybe. I'm sitting at neutral now because I've had the Leechy boost and the Dragon Dance, but I've had 2 Intimidates as well, so I'm kind of stuck in that regard. But I just end up going for Flail, and that does about as much as what I expected Waterfall to do. So wow, it's a good thing I went for Flail. He went for a Leech Seed with which missed. I don't think it was too big of a deal. He does. I really thought about going for Dragon Dance on that turn, just in case, if he goes for Leech Seed again. But I ended up just deciding I'm going to play it safe, go for flail, get as much damage in there as I can, just to guarantee that I can kill it with whatever the hell I need to later on, should I end up dying. And because he set up a sub, I don't think it would have actually benefited me anyway if he did, or if I did Dragon Dance. So Leech Seed doesn't kill me, so that's cool. It ends up just making my flail stronger, which is awesome. And then comes a Bliss again. And once again, I'm deciding between Waterfall and Flail, and I decide to go with Waterfall, even though it's 30 base power weaker. I know neither one is going to one-hit KO, but Waterfall, again, with Flinch, I'll be able to two-hit KO going with the Flinch and the Flail. So I'm going to go with that, but it doesn't matter. I die to Protect, which is just, it sucks. It just really sucks. And all of that effort and all of that good work, really playing that Gengar well, is just bleh. Is just gone from a Protect. Death to Leech Seed. Like, that sucks. So now I feel like the world is crumbling around me when I was suddenly getting so confident about my position. I go over to Tangrowth so that I can put a Leech Seed on it, because Leech Seed on Bliss is amazing. You get like 90 hit points, which is awesome. It's just really helpful. Look at that. Hit points. Yummy. And now I can switch to Infernape, knowing that if he wants to S-Toss, Leech Seed will make it okay. Or I could go for another Leech Seed, I think. But no, yeah. Switch to Infernape, that's what I was expecting. And I'm assuming he predicted that, which is a really good move on his part. Picking the perfect time to go to Gengar. So I have to switch out. And I have to go to Gilgamesh, simply just to death fodder him. But he's not going to die, and since he's here, I may as well go for Bullet Punch and just see what happens. And holy freaking crap! Holy freaking crap. He wakes up. He gets a one-turn wake. OMG. BBQ. WTF. He freaking wakes up. Gets the Bullet Punch off. It gets Gengar down low enough where Life Orb is going to kill it. Oh my god. Like, oh my god. Now I know what it feels like to have a one-turn wake. It happens against me so often. It's just like, wow, what a concept. Not to mention it was perfectly timed. Like, that one-turn wake might have just saved my game. So poor old Gengar, every time that Gengar came in, something bad happened to him. Something happened for my turn that was advantageous to me every time Gengar came in. So that's too bad. But now that it's dead, it's just Zapdos and Blissey, and it's just a prediction fest. But I'm going to go for Stone Edge. I did not expect it to one-hit KO. Not at all. And it freaking did. Which, I mean, in hindsight, if I knew it was going to one-hit KO, I wouldn't have spent such a hard time predicting, you know, close combat or Stone Edge. So, but now it's gone. And I'm just going to play it a little bit safe. Just in case he has, like, Wish, Protect, and Toxic and crap, and I miss a bunch of Stone Edges. I don't want to lose Infernape. Because if I lose Infernape, then it's just a gigantic stall fest. And even if I do end up on top at the end of that, I don't really want to deal with it. I guess I still have a Blissey of my own, so it's impossible for me to lose at this point. But I get the Leech Seed up there just in case. I think I've only seen 3 moves. I've seen Toxic, we've seen Protect, and we've seen... I don't remember. I'm pretty sure we've seen 3 moves. I just can't think of them right now. My brain's not working. But just in case he's got S-Toss on there still, I wanted to get Leech Seed up there so I could feel safe going back to Infernape. And then eventually, between his Protects and crap, Infernape will be able to get a close combat off and win the game. So, man, that was a tremendous amount of fun. I sure as hell felt at like 2 or 3 different points in the game that I was down and out, and I was ready to call it good. In fact, I think I did call it good game in the Zat chat. I was talking with him. I'm like, wow, I think that's a good game. And it turns out it just wasn't. So I did, obviously, for once in my life, holy crap, I got the advantage of hacks. I will not hesitate for a second to ignore that fact. I will definitely admit it, plain as day. Having a one-turn wake was critical, absolutely. Even that freeze hacks I got on Blissey, it didn't do any damage, but it wasted one of his turns and just it gave me a little bit of time to think and collect myself. So that was helpful too. But Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Take it easy. Catch you later. Hope you guys enjoyed. I sure enjoyed. I thought it was a great game. So let me know what you guys think, guys. Take it easy. Peace. Sorry.